As discussed in my earlier video tutorial, we'll be starting our advanced module from today onwards. Until today, we have learned how to execute some commands, how to do some string handlings, how to do number handlings, how to do number related operations, as well as how to handle lists. But those are all sequential. We had no any way of doing our own way of making decision in executing our code. So from today onwards, we'll be learning about how to do our own way of executing our commands based upon how we want to execute them. So today we'll be starting with control structures. In Python, we have two types of control structures. One of them is conditional, the other one is loop. We'll be learning about conditional statements today, how the conditional control structure works in Python. Basically, the concept of control structures is the same in all programming languages. In Python, the conditional statements is performed by using if. So we'll be seeing that in a few minutes. First of all, let's see what does a control structure mean. The conditional control structures mean. Here you can see a little girl who is having a condition, and based upon that condition, whatever she has, if it is true, she will go towards the left, and if it is false, she will go towards the right. The similar thing is in our programming concept in Python. We check a condition. If the condition is true, then we execute some code. If the condition is false, then we execute another part of the code. Then our program continues as usual to other part of the program. Over here, the condition may have only true part and it may not have else part. So we no need to have both the parts. You can have only the true part. We check the condition. If it is true, then we do the true part, or we may not do anything, or we may have a else part. So this is how the conditional statement works in Python and in many other programming languages also. The control structures looks like this. We have our coding. Then within this coding, we check a condition. If the condition is true, then we go to the if block, which is the true part. If it is false, then we go to the else block. We execute the else block based upon the condition if it is false, or if block if it is true. Then our program continues as usual to other part of the block. So this is how control structure works in Python. So now let's go back to our program and see. Over here, as I already said, control structures are used for decision making, and in Python we have two types of control structures, conditional and loops. Today we are learning about if statements. It's very simple in Python. Over here I'm taking an input from the user, and I'm converting it into int by using the int function. Now here, this is how we write the if control structure in Python. We say if, this is the keyword, and the condition here. Here num1, I have taken an input from the user which is converted to integer, and I'm checking if num1 is greater than 10, then you need to put a colon over here. So if the condition and then the colon is compulsory, it's a mandatory, and here I'm checking if the condition is true, execute this part. So let me put 9 over here. 9 is less than 10, so no one is less than 10. So this is actually comparing if greater than 10, so it will do nothing. You get nothing here. So if I put 10, also you get nothing here, because the value you input is not equal to 10, not greater than 10. So let me put 11 here. Now 11 is greater than 10, so it should say 11 is greater than 10. Here 11 is greater than 10. Now I am checking here another, which is if num1 is less than 10. You can give the statement that you want to check in the bracket, also in the normal bracket, the rounded brackets. Here if it is less than 10, then I am saying it is less than 10. Just put 8 here. So 8 is less than 10. But what if I give 10? So here I am checking one more condition. If num1 equals to 10 equals to 10. This is how this we have already learned, the relational operators. So if num1 equals to 10, that means if num1 equals to 10, then say num1 is equal to 10. So here, so now we have the if statements to test all our conditions for any number that we have entered, whether it's greater than 10, less than 10, or equals to 10. But this is not a very good way of writing, because for one particular number you are using 3 checks. Even though your num1 is greater than 10 here already, it will still go to this part and execute this. It will still go to this and execute that. So in order to avoid this kind of situations, we'll be using else. The else is the part of statements which is executed if the condition is not true. Here I am checking if num1 that we entered is greater than 10, print num1 is greater than 10, else. See, the else is, you just finish your if part, then you write else, else is a keyword, then again you have to give a colon here. So print num1 is less than or equal to 10. So let's execute here. Here num1 was 10. Here 10 is less than or equal to 10, because num1 was entered as 10 over here. So let me enter this as 11. Now let me execute this. It should say num1 is greater than 10. Here 11 is greater than 10. Now nested if, this condition is still not satisfying, because we do not know whether it is less than or equal to 10. So for this kind of situations we use nested ifs. Nested if means if this one of the condition is satisfied, execute it. If the first condition satisfied, else if check another condition. Here you are not checking a condition, another condition. So here what I am doing, this is how you write your else if, that is by using elif in Python. If num1 greater than 10, print num1 is greater than 10. Elif means else if this condition is false, then check this condition. If num1 less than 10, print num1 is less than 10, else we have only one more condition left, when num1 is equal to 10. So elif is similar to if, but it comes after the one or more if condition not being satisfied, or else elif condition not being satisfied. You can have multiple elifs. So let's check. here is greater than 11 10, so we have put 11, so it will say greater than 11 is greater than 10. Now if we enter here 10, and if we execute this part, nested if part, here you go, 10 is equal to 10. So in one code block, a block of code, we are able to perform all the three conditions. We don't need to provide three conditions like this, because here what happens is, if this condition is satisfied, it will not go into this part and this part. So this is about nested ifs. Next, what if you want to check multiple conditions? For example, like we may say, like if a student gets 80% and has 80% of attendance, then it is considered as a distinction. If a student has 80% and less than 80% of marks and less than 80% of attendance, then it is considered as first, like that. So this is how we can check multiple conditions. We have two ways of checking multiple conditions. One is using by the AND operator, which means whatever conditions you are checking by using the AND operator should all be satisfied for that particular if statement to be executed. For example, here I am taking the input from the user, what day is today and how is the weather today. Here I am checking, see, this is the normal if statement, and I am using a keyword AND, weather equals to Sunday. So what this means is, if the keyword this condition and this condition, that means if both the conditions are satisfied, then execute this part, else execute this part. You can have elif here, you can have elif again and do multiple condition checks or single condition checks. So this is how it works. So let's just execute this. Let's give Sunday and let's say it's rainy. So here what I'm saying, if day of week is Sunday and weather is sunny, but I am putting weather is rainy, so it will say we'll go movie, because one of the condition is not satisfying, this condition is not satisfied. Let's see here, see, we'll go movie, so it went to the else part. So let me execute again and give Sunday and sunny. So here both the conditions are satisfied, so it will say we'll go to beach, we'll go to beach. So what AND means, both or any of the conditions you have specified by using AND must be satisfied in order for your if block to be executed, otherwise it will not execute that if block. Or simply means one of the conditions that you have given in your multiple conditions or multiple checks you have given need to be satisfied, only one of the conditions, and it will execute the if block. Here I am doing the same thing, but here what I am saying is, if day of week in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or weather is rainy, we'll stay at home, we'll stay home, else we'll go to movie. So here this is a list, actually I'm using a list here. Later on I'll be doing some training, I'll be providing some lessons on using different kind of programming techniques, so no need to worry here. Here I'm checking if the day of week I accepted from the user, is in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, or any of this, or weather is rainy, then we'll stay at home, else we'll go to movie. So what it means, if any of the weekday or the weather is rainy, then we'll stay at home or we'll go to movie. Just execute. Let me give Sunday here. So Sunday is not in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and let me give sunny. So sunny is not rainy. So both of this, none of these conditions are satisfied. So it will say we'll go to movie. We'll go to movie. Now let me give here Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. The first one is not satisfied, but I give the weather as rainy. So out of this, the second condition is satisfied, so it will say we'll stay at home. So one of the conditions needs to be satisfied. We'll stay at home. So this is how if control structures works. You can even how the if control structure works in Python. We'll be using this a lot of time during our course of programming for the machine learning. So do keep learning about if conditions from different knowledge sharing locations you get, or from anywhere you get. Do learn it, do practice it, so it will be easy for you all to do the assignments later on in the course of the training. Thank you. See you in the next video.